In this video, we'll be taking a look at one NFL game happening on October 17, 2022, and providing you with a free team pick and a total pick for this game, so 2 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on this one NFL game after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive betting picks to take your sports betting journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer anywhere from 1 betting pick a day up to 10 betting picks a day and much more. Now let's get started. Denver Broncos versus Los Angeles Chargers. A pair of AFC West opponents take the field to close out Week 6 of the NFL schedule with a primetime tilt in the Golden State. The Denver Broncos are on the road as they make the trip to face the Los Angeles Chargers on Monday Night Football. Denver comes in off a 12-9 overtime loss at home against Indianapolis in their previous contest, which was Thursday Night Football on October 6th. Los Angeles managed to escape with a 30-28 road victory over Cleveland in their previous contest last Sunday. In the all-time regular season series between the teams, the Broncos own a 69-54-1 advantage, though the teams have split the last 4 meetings. Last season, the Broncos prevailed 28-13 at home in the first meeting on November 28, 2021, before the Chargers took a 34-13 home win in the most recent matchup on January 2, 2022. The Denver Broncos are 2-3 this season after they lost to Indianapolis by a score of 12-9 in overtime of their last game. Denver gained 375 yards in this game, but turned the ball over twice and went 2-15 on third down attempts in the loss. The Denver offense is averaging 15 points per game with 231 passing yards per game and 112.6 rushing yards per game. Russell Wilson has thrown for 1,254 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions for the Broncos this season. Melvin Gordon III has rushed for 193 yards and 1 touchdown, while Courtland Sutton has caught 29 passes for 417 yards and 1 touchdown for Denver. The Denver defense is giving up 16 points per game and 289 yards per game. The Los Angeles Chargers are 3-2 this season after they defeated the Cleveland Browns by a score of 30-28 in Week 5. Los Angeles fell behind 14-0 in the first quarter, but was able to outscore Cleveland 30-14 to end the game with a win. The Los Angeles offense is averaging 24 points per game with 291.2 passing yards per game and 99.2 rushing yards per game. Justin Herbert has thrown for 1,478 yards, 10 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions for the Chargers this season. Austin Eckler has rushed for 313 yards and 3 scores, while Mike Williams has caught 28 passes for 392 yards and 2 touchdowns for Los Angeles. The Los Angeles defense is allowing 27 points per game with 368.2 yards per game. The Broncos are 8-3 against the spread in their last 11 on turf and 1-4 against the spread in the last 5 overall. Denver is 1-4 against the spread in their last 5 versus the AFC West. Meanwhile, the Chargers are 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 overall and 8-2-1 against the spread in the last 11 in October. Los Angeles is 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 versus the AFC. The Broncos have lost 3 of their 5 games and 2 straight road games. They have one of the worst offenses in the league, with the team averaging less than 20 points per game. They haven't run the ball well, and Wilson is off to a slow start and is also dealing with an injury to his shoulder, which will make matters worse for them. Even though the Chargers have struggled defensively, they won't have trouble slowing down an offense that has scored more than 20 points only once this season. The Chargers have been on a roll offensively in recent weeks, with the team scoring 30 or more points in 2 straight games. Even though they are the second best passing team in the league, they show that they are more than capable of running the ball, rushing for over 200 yards against the Browns in their last game. With Denver giving up over 300 yards on the ground in their last 2 games, expect the Chargers to pound the ball on the ground, which will open up big play opportunities for Herbert, who will pick their secondary apart. Los Angeles didn't start out terribly well against the Browns over the weekend, but to the team's credit, they came back and got the win with a solid second half. The Chargers posted 465 total yards with 26 first downs, but went a tepid 3 of 10 on third down tries. As for Denver, they outgained the Colts 375-306 in their field goal heavy loss over the weekend. The Broncos were an ugly 2 of 15 on third downs and had a couple of interceptions along the way to a missed opportunity. Denver has been at 6 16 points or fewer in 4 of 5 games this season, so it's tough to trust the team for anything right now. Denver has been a mess this season and will have to travel to play Los Angeles on Monday night. The Chargers have won 2 games in a row, but their defense has not been very good. The Los Angeles offense has been playing well, but will face a good Denver defense. This one is a matchup of a team that can't score against one that has had major issues keeping the opposition off the scoreboard this season. I like the Chargers in this game, especially with how Denver has played this season. So the Los Angeles Chargers to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Denver comes into this game having seen the under hit in 4 of their 5 games on the season. The Broncos have posted combined point totals of 33 versus the Seahawks, 25 versus the Texans, 21 versus the 49ers, 55 versus the Raiders, and 21 versus the Colts this season. That means their 2 best point totals were on the road. The sportsbooks had set totals of 43.5, 45, 45, 45, and 42 points, respectively, so their 4 unders have all been by double digits. Los Angeles has seen the over hit in 3 of their 5 games. The Chargers have posted combined point totals of 43 versus the Raiders, 51 versus the Chiefs, 48 versus the Jaguars, 58 versus the Texans, and 58 versus the Browns this season. Sportsbooks had set totals of 53, 53, 45.5, 45, and 46.5 points in those contests. The Broncos are averaging 15 points per game and 19.5 points per game on the road. They averaged 19 points per game in their last 3 games against the Chargers. They haven't run the ball well this season and will rely heavily on Wilson once again. With the Chargers having trouble defending the pass and their defense giving up at least 20 points in 4 of their last 5 games, expect the Broncos to go over their average in this game. The Chargers are averaging 24 points per game and 17 points per game at home. They averaged 22 points per game in their last 3 games against the Broncos. Even though Denver has struggled offensively, their defense has been very good and they're holding opponents to 24.5 points per game on the road, so don't expect the Chargers to score enough points to push the score past the total. In a battle where opposites attract, you have to think that the Broncos are still unable to do enough lifting to push this number overly high. Plus, the Broncos and Chargers played under the total in 2 of their last 3 meetings. Under the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.